should drag yourself around.
Yeah.
I just don't know if it'll drop back.
But there's enough play in there to...
Yeah, as long as you keep them up, there's no should be fine. Flat no traffic
Mechanic. Hello. Hello and welcome to another episode of JW Restos. We've got something interesting in the shop, so I thought I'd do a video. We have got a studabaker Weasel right here behind me, as you can see. I'm going to do a bit of a walkthrough and tell you what it needs. Get off! We're going to do a walkthrough and tell you what it needs, because it's in need of a few jobs. So that's why it's here. But first, so let's get into the video. Get off. So I say we've got the track off one side already, which I'll show you in the video. Because the main problem being this whole spindle that goes all the way through is bent down, so you can kind of see, so you've got to sort that out. The hub seal is leaking, so the hub's all in pieces, which you'll see in the video. There's the hub all cleaned, ready to have the new seal put in. There's the engine, there's the fuel tank, all the gauges, tillers, all the seats are out of it at the moment, which we've got to put back in. We've got all the cover off, which you'll see me taking off in the video, because we've also got the second problem, which is the linkage. It won't select second or third, so we've got to sort that out. And also in the drive, I think the bands are worn out, so we're going to have to take all the sprocket off the back and have a look at the trumpet housing and check the bands, because they're not actually braking the vehicle at all. So we need to address that and see what's going on with that, because it's, you try and stop and it just keeps going and it doesn't turn either. So it's things you kind of need on a Weasel really to sort of turn. But other than that, it's come to me in a sort of restored, semi-restored condition. You know, the bodywork's pretty good. The customer just wants us to get everything working, get everything running properly as it should. Got the engine in there. Again, nothing's really wired up. We need to get an oil pressure gauge working, because that's not wired up, and you want to see, you want to make sure you've got good oil pressure, so we need to get that sorted. The engine-wise, it has got an oil leak down the bottom. The oil pump is leaking, which is, I mean, you can't even see it on video, but the oil pump's leaking, which we've got an engine oil leak to sort out. So the first job was to take the tracks off. Alright, so the cap off, and I need to knock back those tabs. Just knock back the tab, so now I can undo a big nut. Okay. Just that loosened off. I'm not going to split the length. I'm not going to split the track. I've loosened all the tension off now. See, the track's sagged. I've jacked it all up. So as you can see, so there's no tension on the wheels. So I'm going to take the front hub off, and we can move the track backwards, and it will come off the back sprocket and it will just fall off That's the idea. So we've got that, which has got like a little nipple at the bottom, which is what stops the nut from coming loose. And we've got the inside one now. And the bearing will be behind this now. There you go. So we've got like a spacer. There you go. I shot myself in the face with the bearing, but it's out. Now we can pull that off. And we can pull the track off with it. Right, what I've done now is I've just jacked that up slightly. So it's off the stub axle and it's not touching that. I've pulled the track over that roller so it's not sticking in the roller. Come on. All up intact. There we go. I tried to keep away from the stub axle the best I could. So now I can pull the track back and away from that. Where have you been? I'm chasing the birds. Then I just wound the nut all the way in, cleaned up any of the threads that might have just been damaged slightly, just to make sure they're all good. Then we set about taking the track off on the other side, which was slightly easier because this time I had Will helping me. Backup fell off.
Yeah. Try and put it off the roll and then you know as well. You have to walk top. I was a bit dumb, weren't it?
You stay there.
It needs a remake. Is that what part of the roller?
Nice. Right, I'm going to take this cover off so I can expose the gearbox and see why it won't select the second or third gear. Right, all the bolts are out. Oh, look at that. Right, now we can expose gearbox. There we go. There's all the linkages, which I'm sure now we need to adjust so we can get a second and a third gear. Something's going on here straight away. What I've done is I've dropped off the linkage, and it is actually selecting gears manually on the gearbox, so we know that the gearbox internals are okay. So it's obviously a linkage problem. There's the gear selector. The linkage just needs to be adjusted from here. So that's what we're going to do in the next video. Again, while we've got all this off, we can adjust these linkages which actually operate the levers, which operate the brakes for the track and steering. We're going to have a go at adjusting them first, because I've noticed that the tillers are actually right up against the bulkhead when it should be about here. So there's obviously a lot of play, and also a lot of play in there as well. You see these some bushes there? There's quite a bit of play before they move. So we're going to adjust. There's an adjustment here. A bit dark, but there's an adjustment there and there. There's also adjustments on this side. Those two nuts there. And there's also adjustments further in as well. So we're going to try and adjust them and get them to sit. I mean, they're not even level at the moment, but get them to sit in the right place, because there's nothing happening all that way there. So that's another thing we need to look at. Before I go, we've got chassis, which is here, which is for sale. We've got the Dodge, which is in that state at the moment, which is another video which will be up soon. So there's an update on the Dodge. Also have another Jeep in for an engine repair, which is another video coming up. Another GMC, which is coming from Bill Ruston, RC Commercials. That needs work, so that'll be another video. Here's my Jeep, which has been sat here now for a couple of weeks, which is waiting for the engine to come back. Definitely a rat over there. So waiting on bits for that. And the actual workshop itself, the office is coming on. This is why I've been so quiet, because we're just trying to get all the office built at the moment. This is going to be the main office in here. And in here is like the, I guess you call it like the operations room. So it'll be a bit of a museum type thing, place where people can come and chill out. So you can have a look at your vehicles being worked on from the inside, and be nice and warm. This is also having engine work done at the moment. It's Morris 1000 Traveller. It's got the head off at the moment. Yeah, the head's coming back soon. There's my Beetle, which is another video which is coming out. So yeah, there's a lot of projects on the go, which is why I've been quiet. I do apologise, but I'm trying to get the editing done so I can get the videos out there, because there's quite a lot of different things in various states of repair, and I want you guys to see it. So if you just bear with me, there'll be some videos coming up soon. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.